My fiancé tried to steal the business I paid for so she could run away with a wealthy doctor. So I faked a massive federal raid and legally took everything. I am 31 years old, and I honestly believe that the absolute cruelest people in the entire world are the ones who use your genuine love and support as a completely disposable financial stepping stone. I don't know why I was so incredibly eager to play the hero. When I met my fiancée, Jessica, exactly 6 years ago, she was a completely exhausted, entirely broke aesthetic nurse working terrible, 80-hour weeks at a massive, completely soul-crushing corporate medical spa. Jessica was incredibly beautiful, intensely ambitious, and she had this massive, completely infectious dream. She wanted to open her very own ultra-luxury medical spa right in the absolute center of the city's wealthiest district. She talked about it every single night, but Jessica had absolutely terrible credit. Exactly $0 in her savings account and massive student loan debt. The banks completely laughed her right out of their offices. I, on the other hand, am a senior software architect for a massive tech firm. I make a very comfortable mid-six-figure salary. I had spent my entire 20s living completely frugally, saving a massive amount of cash, and building a completely perfect financial portfolio. Because I was completely, blindly in love with her, I decided to become her absolute savior. Exactly 3 years ago, I used my own personal wealth to make her massive dream a reality. I didn't just give her a small personal loan. I completely funded the entire operation. I withdrew exactly $450,000 from my hard-earned savings. I used the cash to secure a massive, beautiful commercial lease downtown. I bought all the incredibly expensive, state-of-the-art laser machines. I paid for the custom marble floors, the expensive imported lighting, and the massive marketing campaign. Because it was my money, we formed a completely legal limited liability company. The operating agreement explicitly stated that we were exactly 50-50 partners. I handled all the back-end software, the payroll, and the massive tax filings, while she managed the staff and treated the wealthy clients. For the first 2 years, the luxury clinic was an absolute, completely massive success. We were pulling in exactly $90,000 a month in pure profit. Jessica was finally living her absolute dream. I proposed to her on a beautiful beach, gave her a massive $30,000 diamond ring, and we started planning our beautiful wedding. But massive success completely changes people. About 8 months ago, Jessica's entire personality completely shifted. She started wearing incredibly expensive designer clothes that I knew our personal budget couldn't afford. She started coming home from the clinic at midnight, claiming she was busy doing inventory. She stopped thanking me for doing the massive back-end accounting, and she started treating me like I was just a completely boring, disposable tech guy who was completely holding her back from her new glamorous lifestyle. And then, a man named Marcus entered the picture. Click the link to hear the full story.